Now, if you guys know me at all, you know I absolutely hate aftermarket taillights on almost anything. They're hideous. They're hideous on cars, they're hideous on trucks, especially hideous on trucks. Like the companies that make these taillights, they take like a relatively simple design of a taillight and they basically just like spray paint it black and smoke it out and then just stick little LEDs everywhere. They look super tacky. Usually they don't fit that well. They're just hideous. I hate them. But today I'm doing something that I didn't think I would do. I'm actually installing aftermarket taillights on my 2015 Duramax, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. So this isn't just a video about taillights. My truck is a High Country. So in 2015 it was the cream of the crop for Chevy. The absolute highest trim you could get. But it came with halogen taillights, halogen headlights, halogen everything. But the worst part of it was if you got a 1500 Chevy that was an LTZ, you got much nicer taillight. And that's a very common upgrade for people, just to swap to the 1500 LTZ taillights. The problem with that is they're like $300, $400, $500 for one used. But an aftermarket company just came out with replicas. I'm sitting over here. I actually think they're a very good replica. They look very similar to the LTZ taillights. Hopefully they work just as nice. They don't look tacky and they aren't too expensive. They're like $350, linked below. So check these things out and let me know what you guys think. Not bad, right? They look pretty much like the factory LTZ taillights. They have those little running bars that go up like that. They move the reverse bulb housing down here at the bottom versus in the middle. I think it's a very good looking design, and it's the only aftermarket taillights I would put on this truck. They come with the wiring harness. They come with whatever the heck these are. If you guys know, comment, because I don't. My only thought is there's some type of driver for the LED strips. I don't know, but they're just plug and play and you stick them somewhere. One caveat, and Depot, if you watch this, pay attention. They come with halogen reverse light bulbs. Like, come on guys. Put some nice LEDs in there. Luckily I have some in there so I can swap them over. Hopefully they're the same. I don't know if this replaces this whole harness. I kind of feel like it does. Man, that's freaking gross in there. So that harness comes up and is right there. I gotta get that blue one off and it should just be plug and play. Yeah, so it comes with this harness adapter, labeled left. Super easy, that'll plug in there. Then I'll plug in there. I like that. Nice and simple. All right, that's done. I gotta figure out where to put this. I see something happening. Oh, those look freaking sweet. All right, I think I see a good spot to put this doohickey. Yes, I think in there will work pretty well. I really don't understand why that's so dirty. I wanna, you know what? I might as well just freaking clean that because that's disgusting. That's much better. The great thing is I have no idea why I'm even doing this. Goodness gracious. That's freaking night and day. Little sneak peek. Whoop. Let me knock out this other side real quick now that I know what I'm doing. They're all plugged in underneath. Kind of a pain, and I'm super dirty, but it is plug and play, so that's appreciated. I'm so ready for people to be done. Blowing leaves and raking leaves, it's constantly disturbing my videos. Anyway, these look incredible. Look at that. Look at that. OEM Plus, if I've ever seen it. Super happy with them. The fitment is great. There's no big gaps or anything. While certainly they're a little harder to install than most taillights, it's still plug and play. You just have to run more wires and, you know, get a little dirty doing it depending on the cleanliness of your truck. Now, if there's problems in the future, I'll certainly update you guys and let you know. Depot is a pretty good brand. I run their stuff like on my E36 headlights. I've never had any issues. I think it's more than safe to say these will last just fine. These taillights will be linked below along with a whole bunch of other stuff. By the way, that cargo light has got to go. So I looked at a few online, and pretty much like taillights, I hate them all. The like one or two that I liked, they don't have great reviews. It's like they don't fit, they have a gap, they stick out. So if you guys have any suggestions for an updated third brake light, please let me know. Stock one's hideous. Now, let's move on to some other projects with the truck. Finishing up some things I didn't finish in the last video. Update on the E36, guys. I know a lot of you truck guys probably don't follow because of the E36, probably the Porsche guys too, but I am working on a couple of projects with it. Just wanted to update you guys and show you guys a new tool that I've been using. It's pretty freaking sweet. So I've been wanting a temperature gun, and Viver actually sent me out a thermal imaging camera, which is better than a temperature gun. This is pretty helpful on V8s like LS's. You can actually check each individual header and make sure all your cylinders are A, running, and B, running correctly and about the right temperature. So I'm gonna test this thing out. The E36 has been running fantastically. I've actually been driving it as much or more than anything else. That and the Porsche. That's mainly because diesel is almost $6.50 a gallon. So I haven't been driving the truck much, understandably so. Plus, the E36, I run E85 in it. You know, the cheapest gas you can get. So we take a peek now. Basically, the whole engine bay is cold. It's about 64 degrees. So you can't really tell a big difference on the camera. Let me fire it up and you'll see immediately all the headers glowing. Or you can even look something as simple as my hand. Always fires right up. This is the most reliable vehicle I own. So you can see how this thing will be beneficial if you're diagnosing a misfire or something like that. You'll be able to see almost right away what cylinder it's coming from. Very helpful and handy. It's also nice to see how the cooling system works in the car. You can see on this thermal imaging camera from Viver how all the coolant lines start heating up or where they start heating up. You can help diagnose thermostat issues, things like that. Big thanks to Viver for sending this out. I'll have a link below for you guys to get your own. I love this car so much. Even has a little flashlight on it. It even fits an SD card, so you can actually record what this thing sees and look back at it later. Pretty nifty. Picking up where we left off last time with the truck, I ended up messing with the torsion bars, torsion keys. I took them up a little bit, but I need to fine tune them. My hope is to actually not have to do the NorCal mod at all, because I don't really want to cut in to that part of the truck. If I have to, I will, but it never looks super clean, and I'd actually like to retain the factory little plastic mud guard pieces, if you will. But I need to get the truck on completely level ground, which my driveway is not. That way I can measure, because I want it to be level. So I don't know if I can go up a little more with the torsion keys or not. And then that leads me into, you know, I'm gonna need to get upper control arms and all that good stuff. I also want to finish out the bumper cuts. I wanna make sure they're nice and ground even, and then I'm gonna put on some door edge guard just to clean it up a little bit for now. Eventually the front bumper will be repainted and the cut will look a lot better. I also got a stubby antenna. I gotta clean it. There's a good bit of stuff that I need to take care of, so might as well just get started.
Much better. Sure, we're gonna have to trim this at some point, but for now it at least looks a lot better.
I did a little more work with the torsion keys. I like how the truck's sitting though. I'll probably fine tune it a little more. Just hard getting the truck perfectly level. I need to go to a better parking lot or something like that. It's like as flat as can be. It takes some measurements there, but for now it's like 95% level all around. And the good news is I get almost full turn lock to lock in the front now that I lifted the front up a little bit. Now I can go a little bit higher and I think I can get full turn without rubbing at all, but for now I'm pretty happy with that, especially because I didn't have to cut anything, well, other than the front bumper. I didn't have to cut anything as far as the rear of the front fenders. But the truck's looking a whole lot cleaner now with all these subtle mods. Shout out to my girlfriend. She's the one that got me these taillights. That was my birthday present. Absolutely love them. They look amazing. I'll have those linked along with everything else that I put on the truck so far. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.